Okay, you guys, quit calling Christine Niles the C word. Michael Voris is exactly right about that. That is not very good Catholic behavior. I don't like her either, but hey, you can think of better things to say. A more cultivated mind will think of more interesting things to say about her. Just keep it civil, all right? Anyways, welcome back to the toilet bowl, where vomitus refugia is constantly flung back into the face of the faithful. Michael Voris is at it again. You ever notice that when something upsets you, and I think the church fathers talk about this quite a bit in their writings, Anthony of the Desert, things like that. If you're reading something or watching something, of course they didn't watch TV back then, but you get what I'm saying. If there's something that's not bringing you peace, there's something of the devil about it. And we're having a tendency to agitate with each other, I think. I'm done with Church Militant. Click, unsubscribe. And I'm not angry. You know what? We've all got our point of view on this whole situation right now. But Michael Voris is such a showman. He's sensationalist. And he's really trying to he's just making all Catholics look bad. You got to really think about that. I mean, yes, it was bad to call Christine Niles the C word. You're right. There's terrible things said, and if you're a real Catholic, you should reflect on that and try to avoid that in the future. I myself made a video that was angry, directed towards her. I didn't call her anything, but I did tell her to pull her head out of her ass, I guess. That's but there's far worse things that upset me, even that I find more unsettling that a Catholic would do than that. For example, anybody that calls the Pope Bergoglio like that in an insulting kind of way, hey, he might be doing some weird and crazy things, but I'm not his boss. Only God is. He's the Pope. He's the Holy Father. You don't refer to him in such a manner. That I find far more disturbing, that a Catholic would do something like that on a widely broadcasted channel than calling somebody the C word. I find that far more unsettling. And even worse, and I'm going to post a second video after this one showing what I'm talking about. Playing card games with the Blessed Sacrament. There's a video they put out a couple of months ago about the dangers of receiving communion in the hand. It was actually a really good video. But they did some trickery in it. I noticed it. I just happened to catch it. And I recorded it. There was a scene in there where they were showing a glove with what they called it an unconsecrated host. And probably it was. I don't know. That's what they say it was. Anyways, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They put an unconsecrated host in a glove. And then they take the unconsecrated host away again, and there's a particle left. Well, if you watch closely, that was faked. There's a hand throwing a particle under that. I recorded it. I went back and recorded it. And I'll put it on another video after this one. I find that far more disturbing, that a Catholic would do something like that than call somebody the C word. That made me sick when I saw it. It might be an unconsecrated host, but it is still a representation of the Blessed Sacrament. And you can't play shell games. I mean, sure, there could be a particle left behind if it's placed in the hand. But if it doesn't happen the first time or the 8th time or the 15th time that you try it, you keep trying until it actually really happens. You don't fake it. You don't play shell games with a representation of the Blessed Sacrament. That is disgusting. That made me vomit when I saw that. This is an example of sensationalism, someone co-opting the name Church Militant. It does not belong to them. It belongs to us. And it belongs to those who wish to reunite the clan, or unite the clans. I'm all with Michael Matt on that. I really wish he would do more videos about it, because I'm on board, man. I'm tired of all this crap. Are you with me? I'm tired of it all, man. I've lived a hard life, and I'm not unhappy. But I'm tired of all the division. I'm worried for my kids. And yes, Michael Voris, at the very end of your little ranty, little stupid video that you made today, yes, I would be very shocked or hurt that if somebody abused one of my kids. Absolutely. But you know what? I've never, ever left my kids with somebody I didn't trust. And you don't earn my trust easily, boy. I'll tell you that much. No. You just don't do that. And it's not just a priest. You don't leave them alone with a hockey coach or a teacher. Any of these places where these pedophiles wheedle their way in. I'm not shocked that they're in the Society of St. Pius X. I mean, yeah, I'm at peace with everything about it. Bring out the truth. Don't sensationalize it and divide and bring families into it and use trickery. Like, come on. You're just a Catholic, let me do that again, Catholic version of the National Enquirer. That's all you are. Unite the clans. And what are we united around? Well, since you asked the question, I had a conversation with a young man this weekend. He got into something really bad, really evil. I don't want to say it, and I don't want to say his name. He's tried doing different things to get away from that, and he's finally decided on becoming a Catholic. And he was going through the RCIA program when all of this coronavirus stuff hit, as I understand it, and now he's stuck with just trying to do the best he can. He desperately wants to go to confession and communion. Desperately. And I'm not sitting here telling him you have to go to the Latin Mass. God will direct him once he goes to confession and communion. So what are we going to go unite the clans around? How about that? How about that guy? Is anybody out there with me? I told him I would keep him in my prayers. Because that's what Our Lady would want us to do. So if you want to do unite the clans around something, how about that, Michael? Or, sorry. Yeah, Michael Voris. How about that? Whatever. Let's do it around something like that. Who's with me on that? And as far as saying what a man is, it comes from experience, Michael Voris. Not Michael Matt. Michael Matt is a man. Michael Voris, you can't tell me what a man is. You don't know living the Catholic life for very long. You're a newbie still as far as I'm concerned, and there's so much more to learn. And coming from you, a man that was gay at one time, like, come on. Why would I listen to you about what a man is? Please. You want to be a man? Give up meat every Friday, not just during Lent. That's what Catholic men do. Anyways, I'm going to end this rant. I'm feeling a little bit stressed, and I don't want it to come across as bad will or anything like that, but I think we just need to get away from all of this stress. This is why TRADS, Michael, are so quiet right now, is because we're trying to work on our spiritual life. We don't need constant interruptions from the devil prodding our emotions. That's why. Anyways, that's the last time I'm ever going to talk about him, I think, because it's not worth talking about anymore. But I hope that all you guys out there go listen to what Michael Matt has to say about Unite the Clans. I think that really is a good solution under the banner of Our Lady. And some of you already know that I promote excuse me, the Militia Immaculata, the Knights of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and that's another good thing that we can center it around. The banner of Our Lady, because Our Lady is for this time now. The victory of Our Lady is at hand, my friends. So let's unite the clans around that as well, and keep that guy in your prayers too. You don't need to know his name; you just know he's out there. Pray for him. Catholic Northman out.